A new Nightbringer miniature has just been revealed, and oh boy is it glorious. But in ever popular fashion, it wasn't exactly revealed how you'd expect. Hello and welcome to another Madhouse video. As mentioned, a new Nightbringer miniature has just been revealed for the Necron Dynasties, and Games Workshop has just released an article to cover it. For many, including myself, this has been greatly anticipated ever since the Necron range refresh back at the start of 9th edition, the Indomitus box. The current mini is around 20 odd years old. It's been out since 3rd edition, which came out in about 2002, I think. So yeah, a little over 20 years old. Started out life as a metal miniature, which by all accounts was a pain in the ass to put together, and then it changed to Games Workshop's finecast, or as is more affectionately known as failcast, because that is also a pain in the dick to put together, and is usually covered in all sorts of bits of sprue and bent here, there, and everywhere, and just generally a nightmare to deal with. This is a nice looking mini. I personally don't think it's aged too badly. There are certainly more, should we say, derpy looking models out there. I fail to name any off the top of my head right now, but I know that to be true. But compared to the rest of the range, it does look a bit tired, a little bit small, especially compared to the Void Dragon. So, case in point, here we have the Void Dragon. Lovely looking mini. I mean, this is my half-painted version. And then we have the Nightbringer. Considering they're both supposed to be shards of a Satan god, you expect them to be a similar kind of size. So the new one, I think, the top of his new scythe, I think it will be around about the wingtip on the Void Dragon, or thereabouts. And the base size looks to be similar as well. So, yeah. Bit of a difference in height, bit of a difference in scale. But this is my half-painted, mostly painted Nightbringer model. I've gone for more of an orange hue. My Necron army is orange, grey with copper metal joints. I really like the scheme. It's been one of my friends called it my Sony Ericsson scheme. I can't say I ever owned one, but there we are. But I like the orange glow. I wanted to do something a little bit different to the green that you commonly see. Although the new Nightbringer model does look pretty sweet with the green glow, the slightly purple cloak, and the bluey grey, almost non-metallic metal effect skin. I think it's a fantastic combination. Yeah, this one, it looks intimidating enough. He's throwing himself forwards, floating over a mound of scarabs, arms thrown back, grinning at you or screaming at you, ready to suck the life out of you. Certainly very skinny. So yeah, it's intimidating enough. I think it's a very good looking model, especially when you consider it is more than 20 years old. I think it does hold up quite well, but doesn't quite hold up to the standards of the new stuff that's coming out of Games Workshop these days. I mean, you saw the Void Dragon just then. The body was bigger. It looked far more imposing. And especially the new Nightbringer model, that it does look quite intimidating. It's got a very menacing and creepy looking face. Again, screaming at you to suck the life out of you. It's throwing its body to the side, almost like he's about to sweep your head off with that scythe. He's floating above, well, just above the ground in this one. He's got lightning coming out from under him. He's got scarabs floating around him still, which is really, really cool. They're attached to the mini by their own bits of lightning as well. And I really love the digital effect that they've done on the frayed edges of the cloak. I think that's really, really cool. Very much ties in with the Necron aesthetic now, because they've got a couple of models with that effect on them. Yeah, it just looks incredible. I really cannot wait to get my hands on it. And when it does come out, I will be doing my best to get it painted up for more content, but my backlog is quite significant, as has been mentioned and shown off on my Instagram several times, so we will see how that actually goes. Now, the other interesting thing from this, it wasn't actually shown off through 40k. Not technically, anyway. It was shown off through Kill Team. So this was actually revealed as part of a Kill Team book. Now, granted, Kill Team is still set in the 40k setting, but for those who don't know, Kill Team is a skirmish-based game where you have a squad pitted against another squad on a much smaller game table, much more terrain-heavy table. It's far more tactical than 40k tends to be. Whereas 40k, as you know, army-based, much larger table, many units fighting against many units. So to have something like the Nightbringer shown off in Kill Team could bring a very interesting dynamic to the game. Something like almost like a video game-esque boss level type thing, where you got to try and take down the big bad guy. And his stat line was actually shown off at the same time if you saw the right post. Now that is what I was going to actually bring up, rather than the Kill Team thing, because that's another thing for way down the line where then everything is actually shown off. But the way this was revealed, the new Nightbringer, it was revealed in a copy of a new Kill Team book that isn't out yet and hasn't even been revealed by Games Workshop yet. Now, my question to all of you watching is, are leaks like this really a good thing? It's not the first time something like this has happened, granted, because, I mean, you had the Magnus the Red miniature. That was leaked with a photo of, I think it was like the test box for it that someone found in a bin outside Warhammer World and just took a photo of it, plastered that all over Facebook. Angron, another Demon Primarch, that had really grainy photos of, I think that was another publication. So it was like a full-scale army image in a book that was really, really badly taken, and then that was plastered all over the internet. And then what's even the more funny ones is the likes of the new Dante model. So the Blood Angel Chapter Master Dante. That had a new miniature sent out to a customer who'd ordered the resin one that was the only one available at the time, because the new one hadn't been shown off yet. The new miniature was mistakenly sent out to this customer, who then obligingly built and painted it, and then took photos of it and plastered it all over the internet. So it looked a little bit better than just a crappy taken photo of a book. But the principle's still the same. So you kind of get the gist, don't you? But whenever this happens, it forces the Games Workshop web team to hurriedly put together a sort of half-baked article to then throw that out, so that it's got proper photos of the actual finished mini that look great, granted, but it's all just kind of a bit rushed. It's completely out of their release schedule. It's because like this would have been planned for probably later in the year, probably more towards Christmas, something like that. Because as mentioned in the article, it's not coming out until 2026, sometime. They haven't given an actual date as to when, because they probably don't. Well, they have a plan for it, but plans can change, as is evident through some other things during 10th edition, like Imperial Knights, for example. So, you know, you're probably thinking, who cares? It's going to come out sooner or later, right? But, or maybe there's some people who think it's actually done as a deliberate marketing ploy by Games Workshop, but I can't say I'm one of those people. But really, I think it does more harm than good overall. As I say, messing up planned reveal dates, messing up like reveal shows that we're going to show it off, so then all of a sudden you lose the hype from that because it's already been shown off months prior. Like I say, the half-baked articles thrown out in a rush is taking time away from what that web team was supposed to be working on. And then for anyone involved in that situation, that's just going to be annoying as hell. And it takes away from the impact of it when you see just a crappy, grainy photo from a book that's not been shown off yet, thrown out online, rather than the actual more polished article thrown out, put out by Games Workshop with more information, probably as part of, like I say, a wider release for Kill Team. And then it takes away from the efforts of the designers, the sculptors, the artists who painted the thing, all those people. It kind of loses impact for them as well. It kind of takes away from all of their effort. I know you got the other side of the coin of people who are like really hungry for anything new to be shown off. Maybe one thing shown off more frequently than the already fairly frequent reveal shows that we have that show off a lot in one go. And then we get like the weekly Warhammer community article for the Sunday preview showing what's coming up on pre-order the following week, which is sometimes things that people maybe forgotten is coming out, or they've been anticipating for a while. But showing something off this far in advance could start that hype train arguably too early. So then you have the people who are really impatient for it, get really annoyed about it, and then kind of lose interest in it because it's been so long. Or you get the people who are hyped about it to begin with, and then it's just like, oh yeah, that'll come out at some point, and then their enthusiasm just dies for it because it's just been shown off far too early. That's really my question to you. Is it really a good thing? Or would it be best? Well, obviously, arguably it is always best to just not do it in the first place. But I think my suggestion would be for those people who are leaking things in this manner, treat it like we would a film release or a book release or something like that. Add a spoiler warning to your post first. Just stick a screen grab of something that's saying spoiler alert, which is usually quite common, and then just show what's in, just tell them what's going to be in the next slide, and then they can choose to look at it or not. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. A, on the miniature itself, because I think it looks absolutely stunning. B, on the leaks and how it was released. And yeah, leave a comment down below. Like and subscribe and all the other YouTubey stuff, because everything helps grow the channel, and growth is good. So thank you all for your support. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.